Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm in a really good because we have a new VTuber. Go live? Yeah. That's the only bad thing having to watch or stream on another computer. You can't tell if you're going live because you don't. My main monitor, I can't tell. I have to have it up on my secondary computer so I can tell that things are working. And sometimes I don't notice when the stream shuts down. But we've had a good day. I said, as you can tell, I'm fully prepared to stream right now. If my mouse wants to cooperate with me. Being a butt. Let's look the deal with you. Okay. Yeah, how are you? Yeah. I'm looking at my mouse to figure out what's going on. Okay, now we're working. It's always something with me. Yeah, I should have had this opened up, but you know, it is what it is. But as you can see, no, but we have a karaoke stream that just recently happened. Awesome. Love her singing. I want to get to her debut. A 2.3 million viewed stream. And that is in one day. And it's very, very impressive. Now, so I like to say the talent formerly known as Gura, because Saba is a whole new, not entity than compared to Gura. More of the talent's personalities coming out. She was a little restricted in Hololive, mostly due to the position she was in as being the largest VTuber in that company. But hey, look at that. And she's being more true to who she is, not who people want her to be. So I'm very happy. I love the fact that we're seeing more of her humor come through. This is the way she used to be before becoming the face of Hololive, becoming the face of VTubing, all that stuff. This is more who she was prior to all those titles being put on her, all the stress being put on her that she and the stress she puts on herself. So I know everybody says it must be nice to be the largest VTuber. In some ways it was. It gave her a lot of opportunities she wouldn't have before, but at the same token, she had to deal with a lot of obligations. And she, like I said before when I talked about her, she had a problem with saying no. let's close that out. All right. I did some changes to my computer. So hopefully make it run better. Looks like the mouse is giving me the problem now. So I was trying to figure out what corrupted my Minecraft recording. And it's simple fact there was a lot of services running that I don't use. Okay. What was I doing? Yeah. What was I? Oh, I was making a picnic. Was I making a picnic? Yeah, that has something. Is it even going? I don't know why it's behaving this way. Hey, I'm clicking my mouse button. You ain't doing shit. Alright. Hold on. Let me see. I hope you all heard that. Okay, let's see. Right? No, it's not working at all. Oh, that's not. Alright. Alright. I'm going to have to restart my computer. I'll set the stream again and launch it again. So, okay, we seem to be back. I need to make adjustments. Yes. Bring the desktop up. A little behind the scenes action. All right. Close that. Get that going. Yeah, I was very happy with the return of my Poshi, as they say. Now, all the trials and tribulations she went through, it's nice to see her sounding happy again. You get a sense that all that stress she was feeling, some of it's gone away. While I don't blame Colorado, I don't think they were expecting, no, for any of their talent to break out the way Gura did. And it would be foolish of them to not take advantage of that. But in the same regard, is that not recognizing the negative impact of that. I mean, the hate that was sent Gura's way by people like Noxtaku and people calling her a lolly, that anybody who watches her is a pedophile, all that stuff. Just asinine things. It's one of those things you gotta realize how that affects a human being. Okay. And yeah, that's a lot of problems I have. No, not with just Nux. There's other people I have problems with. That don't recognize what they do, how it impacts other people. It's like it's more like a whoopsie doodle, and that is such a reckless attitude to have. And I hope that, I'm sure the other former talents, Needy Nightmare and Doobie, are there helping her and help doing things behind the scenes and talking to her, bending an ear to her worries and all that. And she's comfortable in her own skin. She's gonna get turned. You know, I left Florida to get away from this kind of heat that I'm experiencing right now. It's like 98 and humid and all that stuff. And he's barely keeping up with it. And it doesn't really cool down to a comfortable temperature in the house until about 2 o'clock in the morning. But here we are. So at least the mouse is working again. Okay. Gotta make some adjustments. Bear with me. I was prepared for the stream, but I had a freaking computer issue that was unexpected. Anytime I get close to being totally prepared for the stream, something comes up that makes me unprepared. And the fun thing is, I do rewatch my streams to see how they sound. It's like, what can I do better? I'm my own worst critic. You know, I don't like how I talk, and I said this before. Ah, now I can fight you. Kind of like that. You stop doing that. Come here. There you go. You're dead. You're dead. I'm going into creative mode because that is kind of bullshit, to be honest. Now the mouse is doing it again. Come on. And now you're not. Really? Okay. There we go. No. Let's do that. Right. I need to get my game sounds back. Thank you. I am going to be so frustrated. What's going on here? It's like my computer's froze up. You know, I shouldn't have said I was in a good mood. Because look at what's happened. My mouse is frozen up. Alright. Work, damn you. Alright. Just, yeah, thank you. 40. 40. 40. Maybe it's time for a new mouse. I'm just gonna leave it there. I can't turn it. Use it off. Alright. Alright, back to the game. Oh, I can actually hear things. Come here. Oh, there you are. And I turned some of the mods off, or I got rid of them, like the Paul's furniture and all that. Where'd he go? He just disappeared. Okay, whatever. This is gonna be loud, so get prepared. Hey, it's not that bad. Put those in there, put that in there, put that in there, and put you in there, put you in there. That in there. That's there. Alright, it seems like everything's back to normal. Maybe I didn't give my computer enough time to quickly load in. Did I change? Yeah, that's, what do I want to? You know, I always had the saying, you get what you pay for. And not shocking, I didn't really spend this much money on a gaming computer. Basically, my gaming computer that I bought basically a year ago is actually a gaming computer that probably be closer to what was like that was available probably 5 years ago. All right, I only paid like $500 for it because I didn't really think I'd be doing this, and I just wanted a computer to play Cyberpunk and Minecraft and some other games. And I should have thought things more. No, thought things through and realized, hey, because I used to study computers and realized the technology changes in an instant. No. Jesus, what's wrong with first? I didn't want to spend a lot of money on a computer. I just want a computer good enough to play the games I want to play, which, it's not like Call of Duty or these Fortnite, those type of games. I don't play those, so certain things that really matter to other people don't really matter to me. I just wanted to play Cyberpunk, Mass Effect, Dragon Age, all that. And in turn, I didn't really look too deeply into the specs. And I basically got what I wanted, which is to be able to play those games. But same token, as far as streaming and being able to play games at the same time, it's not very conducive to that. It's not that powerful. It's like on the plus side, I can't use AI on this. My processor ain't powerful enough to be able to use AI. Got a lot of freaking bows and stuff. There you go. String. Get back to the chest. And the cold. This. Is this the war? Oh, Jesus. I know I was complaining about not having spiders. I didn't really think it would be coming out that much. Boom. Okay. Alright, let's do this. We don't need you, 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 we don't need you. Okay, what do we got here? We got short. These two need to be good. There you go. Can you go all the way up there? I didn't think that. He may have gone to the top. Oh yeah, spider. Why did he go to the top? Where did he go? Just want to make sure the toggle off. They just disappeared. They don't. And if you find like something I need to know, like just the game volume and all that stuff, and you're watching the VOD, you can always leave a comment and say, hey, you need to, make adjustments. So I have to let the caps on. I'm gonna take that. I think I need to take this off apart. That's where I have it now. Yeah. Or get some trapdoors. Yep, I do have a crafting table. There we are. Let's take care of the spider problem for a little bit. That stuff in there. That's a lot of freaking out. I mean, I'm getting filled up on stuff here. Where'd you go? Just disappears. That's so. I'm trying to figure out where they're disappearing to. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. But, I mean, I do need to get a new computer. I already have one picked out, sort of. But by the time I get it, it's going to be as out of date as this one. So I already know the price range what I'm willing to pay for a computer right now. Or ever. I know that you can get a you can build yourself the perfect computer with the top of the line stuff, all that stuff, and shell out close to, including monitors and all that stuff, probably about 10 to 15 grand. And in my opinion, that's a little excessive. Okay. Especially for me. I mean, to play the games I want to play, I don't need 10 or 50, 10 to 15 grand computer. I don't need a 60-inch monitor. It's like, where the hell I'll put it? You know? I don't need the latest and greatest. I just need the latest and greatest 2 years ago. You know? That's kind of what I need. And starting out, there's always this danger of over extending yourself. I mean, I started to do that. And I went, whoa, let's back this up. I mean, I bought the microphone, the headsets, was necessary. Okay. Granted, the mic I'm using now is a second mic because I got cheap mics before, and it sounded like cheap mics too. This one is the middle of a road mic. I think I paid like $70 for it, or something along those lines, $70 or $60, and it was more along the lines, I want people to hear me and understand me, even though when I actually decide to talk clearly, and all that stuff. I do not want to sit here. I mean, I was looking at soundboards and all that stuff, and I realized I'm not there yet. I'm not there to the point where I need soundboards and all this stuff. My headphones were needed to be replaced. Because, quite frankly, even though I find my Bluetooth headset far more comfortable than the one I'm currently wearing, and it's not necessarily aggravating. It's just that I know I need to slowly start replacing what I'm using. You know? I know there's some streamers that do a drive. Hey, I need a new computer. I'm gonna keep streaming until I get enough donations to get a new computer. I am not gonna do that. One, I don't have it in me. I really don't. I'm just being honest. I just don't have it in me to do something like that. The energy and all that stuff, I just don't. I don't want to do it. I think that's more to the point. I just don't want to do it. Not that I personally find it a problem with doing something like that, unless you got a very supportive community and all that stuff, and you're not coming off as e-begging and all that. That's why you don't see me put with a Patreon, or I mean, I could put up a tip jar. I can set up through StreamYards, but you know, I'm not 100% comfortable with it. Yes, the source bothers me. That's the reason why I'm doing it. Everything has to be in its place. we got those. I guess don't want things scattered all over the place. But I do want to kind of do one thing in these chests. I like that. Meow. Okay. I'll take care of that in a minute. I'm not getting very good backpack. But it's as I grow, I will constantly invest into my hobby. I mean, I think that's the best way to put it, right? Because it would be a little conceited of me, I personally feel, because I don't think I've really earned it yet, to call myself a professional streamer. I mean, like I said before, this is just a hobby. Really, if it becomes something else, it becomes something else. I mean, like anybody's goal, regardless if they're doing content creations or whatever, they want to become self-sufficient. They don't want to be depending on anything, whether it be I'm trying to figure out the best way to say this without sounding like I have a disapproval. I think that's the best way to say it. There's nothing wrong with having a Patreon and your community giving you money to support you. If you're enjoying the content, you want to give them a $1, $5 a month, whatever. Like anything else, it's about how you present it. I mean, I'd rather tend on sponsor deals if I ever get offered a sponsor deal, and it has to be a deal that I personally would feel that wouldn't hurt my quote unquote brand. In other words, a product that I actually can stand by, or something I'd be like, hey, that's something I would use, And I'm not just shilling a product because they gave me X amount of dollars to shill the product. It's like, popular thing is gamer subs, G Fuel, all those things. You won't see me sponsoring. Mostly because I can't drink them. Now, why would I take a sponsorship for something that I can't use? I mean, it doesn't make sense. How do I know it's any good if I can't drink it? I'm just saying. And personally, I'm not big into powder drinks that much. I like coffee, tea, that kind of stuff, really. Uh, hey, if Coca-Cola wants to give me a sponsor, wants me to sponsor Coke Zero, I'll be more than happy to take it. I mean, stuff I actually use. You know, I don't mind doing that. I mean, hopefully one day I do get a sponsorship from a computer company, where I will tell them what I kind of want and the price that I want to be charged to my community, and check them out, see how reputable they are, because I don't want anybody to be scammed. I would hate to sponsor something and find out people are being scammed. I mean, like the honey stuff, better health, and all that stuff that's come out on YouTube about sponsors that are kind of questionable. I mean, and I'm not saying anything bad about those people who do it. You know, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, and hopefully, I mean, the example I like using is Mr. Beast, because he's the largest YouTuber, and he did sponsorships for better health, for honey, and all that, to reinvest in himself. I get that, you know. Ooh, you don't need to be here. Oh, I think you. What? Did you? You all saw that, right? There was a backpack right there, and it just disappeared. But let's see if we can combine this book. That's gonna go in this. Okay. See, that way, I want the enchants that I want. I don't know why Mojang makes this difficult, and I kind of have to cheat to get all the enchants I want. Because Power 5, what's the problem with Power 5 being on Axe? You know? Speaking of which... No, let's move that over. Look at it go up. It's almost healed. Alright, let that fill up again. But I know that me having to worry about sponsorships and all that is very far away. It's not something that is going to be a concern within the next 4 years. Let's be honest. Okay, the sponsors that I would track at 5,000 subs would be sponsors I wouldn't want to associated with my name, to be honest. Whereas those gotcha games, I wouldn't accept a sponsorship from. I don't like gotcha games. I don't like mobile games in general, so I wouldn't take a sponsorship from them. And I didn't let people on Twitter know that I'm back. Hold on. Yeah, it's like on Twitter. I get a lot of these people who are following me. I mean, I appreciate every follow on Twitter, but at the same token, if you just created your account and you haven't posted nothing, don't expect me to follow you back. At least post something. Uh, I learned that early on, prior to my channel. Okay, we're done. No, I screwing up big time. Thank God. Okay. Let's do this. Back to the game. And get rid of the bugs. Yeah, I know, I just cleaned it out. I really need to get the starter set up here. Let's go to the temple. Because we gotta take care of it. Right. Oh, we got a kitty cat. Alright. Oh, that's not something in it. Oh, look. Yeah, another kitty cat. Right. What do we have as far as library? Okay, we got nothing for armor, so we got no protection. Do we have? Nope. Okay. Oh, we also. Okay, we need to get the broom stand back out. We have this. I think that was one of the things we were needing, and I left them at the. So, what's over there? Yeah, we have the spider eyes. We just need to get to brew it. Alright. Here comes some fun. Ask me why I did that. And I guess that's the true age gap thing. What opportunities that people are willing to take compared to a person like me, someone who's a little bit older, is willing to take too. I mean, I take the stance I'm not going to take any product that I wouldn't use. It's simple as that. I'm not interested in supporting any product that I wouldn't use. I don't play mobile games. Why would I want to sponsor one? I have one sponsor me. It doesn't make sense. If I don't approve of them, why would I have one sponsor me? It's not that I don't approve them. I don't play them. Why would I sponsor want one of them to sponsor? Now, if there's a product or someone has an idea, it's like I would like to design a comfortable gaming chair. Because I got in a gaming chair and it was the most uncomfortable thing I've ever sat in. My ass felt like it was sitting on concrete. So in turn, I went back to my old chair, and the gaming chair made my back hurt and everything. Yeah, you can recline it, and it was uncomfortable to recline it, and it was pleather. Now, personally, I'm for cloth. You know, I like fabric. Right? I think it no, it feels softer and all that. And you know, if you're gonna have a chair, at least have a comfortable one that you can make adjustments with the seat tilt. You know, maybe you don't not want your ass feeling like it's going downhill all the time. I didn't. And have all these minor adjustments because everybody has a different posture when they sit that they're comfortable with. And it's just not one size fits all type situation. I mean, even the one I'm currently sitting in, it does have a rocking motion. I can sit here and rock, and you probably can hear the chair squeak if I do it. But it's a lot more comfortable than a gaming chair was. And the back it's made up. It has basically a cloth seat, which is breathable compared to pleather. I don't know why people like leather. It's not breathable. You sweat, which in turn break down the pleather or even leather, because your sweat, the salt in your sweat, breaks things down. So that was I thought it was a smart purchase when I got it, but it turned out, for me anyway, it wasn't. And I noticed all gaming chairs are either pleather or leather. There is no cloth gaming chairs, at least none I can find. And granted, I haven't really looked that hard. But it's just something I'm kind of looking at going, that'd be, to me, to design a gaming chair where if I sit in it, all these minute adjustments would have to be a part of it, and it has to be made the way I want it made in order for me to just drop hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a chair. So I'm not going to drop hundreds of dollars on a chair. I'll drop maybe $100 at the most. At the very most, I'll be willing to drop $100 on a chair that I don't personally design. That's a generic office chair. I'm not saying I want a Barca lounger, but something just comfortable to sit in. It's like I recently had to replace one of my keyboards because it wasn't holding a charge anymore, and I spilled coffee on it. I did clean it up, and I did clean the keys and all that. It just it was pretty much, I abused it, and it was time for it to what's going on now? Is this because why is my mouse acting up again? I'm gonna beat the shit out of you like that. I mean, it's like I probably should get a mouse that's wired in, so I don't have to deal with these issues I'm dealing with right now. But I like cordless, wireless stuff. That's wrong. What is this at? So we need to go Empire Park now. It's any kind of product that you're going to sponsor if you're a content creator. You need to be willing to put your name behind it. I think that's a lesson we that people learn because of the honey situation, where, quite frankly, they were not just scamming content creators, but they were scamming the people who were using the app. They were making promises that they weren't going to deliver upon, giving discounts. You know, if you're not going to keep that promise, well, at least be honest about it. Say, hey, guess what? We're saying we're going to give you a discount. We're not going to give you a discount. We're going to work with the corporation so that they make sure you don't get a discount. Now, that's some truly evil crap right there. I hate to tell you. It's compared to what people think what corporations do are evil. And the funny part is, I don't think it started out that way. I think the person who created it, that well-meaning, had probably worked the way he designed it, and he sold it. Well, that person made changes so he can make a bigger profit. This is the boring part. And just out of curiosity, I figure I asked this, like, would you be okay if I do some things off stream with this world? Because, no, I mean, I can skip all this boring stuff and sitting here brewing potions and all that. Would you be cool to that? Or you like the fact that I show everything, just ramble on about stuff? And I'm curious. If you have any input in that regard, well, leave a comment and a like, and please subscribe. Hey, I had to do the YouTube shtick. Because I got the other Minecraft series, which will continue. I'm not going to be playing that one off stream for a little bit until I get all the episodes that I have out. Right now, I'm transferring them onto a portable hard drive so I don't use up all the disk space on my hard drive. And I'm sure some of it's going to be corrupted. It seems like it just happens when I go into new blocks. And I think I got a workaround for that. Which is basically when I enter a new area, open the world map, wait till the whole area fills in. Because the world map, when I open up the world map, it basically pauses the game. Alright? Nothing can attack me here. So the game is paused. Nothing can happen. But the same token, I'll get, I ramble, if you couldn't tell. Especially when I have no one to interact with. I'll just keep going and going and going until people will say, will you shut up? I guess that makes me a pretty good streamer if I'm willing to just keep on rambling on and not stop. Making potions make me thirsty. But it just I just ramble. I mean, I'm old. I like to ramble. I know I need to learn how to focus more. it's especially when I don't really have a subject to cover, which is why I'm not talking about the subject I'm going to cover on Thursday. I started off this, no, you go back up there. I want you the stream talking about Saba because I'm just happy that she's here. I mean, nothing against the other VTubers, any of them, whether it be corporate or indie. Saba always had a way to make me laugh. Even when she was Gargura, even when she was Senzawa. Because I found Senzawa after I learned who Gura was before. And I noticed the difference. Everybody calls her a shit poster. No. She's a troll. To me, a shit poster is something different. She liked the banter with her chat, and she still does. Thank you. Which is entertaining, because sometimes she says something which she meant in means one way, but it can be taken in about 5 different other ways. And then she realizes it, and she now her model's way more expressive than Senzawa or Gargura was. And which makes this a lot more entertaining, because when she realizes that, hey, that's not what I meant, you can actually see the expression of her going, oh no, 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 no. I think I got water bottles. Yep. Let's get those. Where is... I got it. And to have that kind of community that you can sit there and have banter with, you know, in a good fashion. Well, it takes a while to build up. I mean, I kind of want to do that. You know, I kind of want to have a community I can have banter with, conversation. When we get onto a serious subject, they can sit there and go either agree or disagree with me. I don't mind people disagree with me. In fact, typically, I prefer it. Because just being surrounded by people who agree with everything you say, well, it's not a community at that point. A community is a bunch of people who came together for a certain reason and may not always agree. And that helps broaden people's perspectives on things. Like indie versus corporate YouTubers. Some people feel one way about. Truth be told, I'm not really for or against either one, but I see the reality of situations. Because I think I said this in a video that I did grow up with on the boundaries of the entertainment industry. I kind of understand it a lot better than most people who talk about it, at least ones I've seen talk about it. Because this idea that you're going to be an independent VTuber and you're going to make all this money is a pipe dream. You want to have all these expenses. That's the reality. Okay. And to think that everything is going to be sunshine, rainbows, and unicorns, well, that's sending some bad messaging out there. think it's more along the lines that the reality is it ain't easy. It can be done, but not everybody can do it. So that's the reason why they go become a member of a corporation like Bishojo, like Hololive, like Phase Connect, or even like Nichi Sanji. Because they want to live the dream, to be successful. And that's what anybody wants. I mean, I kind of want that, I want to be successful at this. I'm not willing to join a talent agency or like an organization like OTK or Mythic. One, I'm out of their demographic by a mile. way out of that demographic. I'm not saying people younger than me can't listen to me and understand the things I'm saying. What I'm saying is the talent they sign are not in my age group. You don't see any 50-some-year-old people in Mythic and OTK. No. Oh, let's have it there. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, how many 50-plus-year-old content creators are out there? Very few. Okay. Probably, no. Out of the hundreds of thousands of content creators on YouTube, maybe only, well, not even 100, millions of content creators on YouTube. There's probably, at the very most, a couple 100,000 people in their 50s doing YouTube. And they're not serious about it. It's just like something, hey, I'm doing this with my grandchild or with my kids and stuff like that. To them, it's a hobby, okay? It's not a career path. Because some of them don't understand it, let's be honest. Some people do. Some of them don't understand what the big deal is about YouTube. They probably were slightly aware of, Mr. Beast. That boy that does the funny games. Probably what they think. And I'm a little surprised by my generation. We were there when the explosion of the internet happened. I mean, when Yahoo pages were a thing, when AOL and that little disc that came with everything, even in the mail, for free to install AOL on your computer, and when you got 56K, you thought that was lightning fast speeds on the internet. Like, ooh, cool. And you hook it up to your phone, and you could, if you really want to piss people off, you stay online all the time so they couldn't call you. And when you download music, it took a day and a half. I remember that. I know that experience. It's gonna, that would be my generations of walking uphill in the snow. I remember when I downloaded music illegally, and it took a day and a half to download it. When I downloaded pictures sent pictures to my friend about my vacation, it only took a week to upload all the pictures, and took him another week to just download everything. Then we could talk about it. I mean, it's just the way things were back. I have to go there and check those. Let's go take a look. Let's see how bad it is. It's getting there. Not as bad as I thought it was. So how are we doing? Oh, we're going to get it going now. I'm waiting for them to get done doing their thing over there. Then I can possibly fill up that chest. Which reminds me, we probably need to go back to the base. I need to put a clock up here so I know what's going on. If it's day or night outside. But I mean, a lot of things that the current generation, let's put it that way, find so offensive. My generation's kind of like going, what's y'all's problem? And it's a simple solution. Just be respectful to each other. Who cares if you're a Democrat or Republican or trans or whatever? You know? If you're respectful to me, I'll be respectful to you. It's simple as that. But if you sit there and start calling me all these names, guess what? I am not going to take you very seriously. Because at that point, you're no longer being reasonable. You're just being an asshole. That's all. And if I want to deal with an asshole, I'll just look in a mirror. I mean, it's the truth. It's it's like the Hassan Piker versus the world. It's like, if you don't like him, why give him the time of day? He says something to you. Who cares? Do you really care about his opinion of you? Most of the time, no. Don't give him any power. Understandably, if he says something truly heinous about you, yeah, you have a right to defend yourself. But I wouldn't attack him. No, I'd be like, this is the truth. He's wrong. And I don't really care what he says about me, because no, he doesn't have the information. I do, and if he doesn't like me, well, that's his problem. It's not my problem. That's the way I look at it. Now, some of the things that he has said and the people associated with him have said and done is truly horrible. I mean, the Ethan Klein situation, they kind of brought it on themselves. I'm just being honest. They just brought it on themselves. If they would have left Ethan alone, he probably would have left them alone. But to think your viewpoint of the world is the only viewpoint that is right, well, you're wrong. Everybody has different life experiences, different outlook. And that's what makes the human race a wonderful thing. Someone can have a different life experience than you. I have a different life experience than my family. I mean, there's members of my family that were very successful. And whether it be in their professional life or in their personal life, they've been successful. Okay, I haven't. So my life experience and my viewpoint of the world is a lot different than theirs. Okay, that's just the way it is. And it boils down, I don't agree with everything that they say. I'm happy for them and I love them, But that doesn't mean I'm just going to sit there and agree with everything they put forth. I mean, we have enough people in this world doing the yes men game, just agreeing with everybody's viewpoint. It's like the Me Too movement. No, honestly, good idea. Pure, badly executed good idea. Okay, this whole thing, believe all women? No. Now, you can listen to them. All right, and you just ask, what do you want to do about it? I mean, yeah, you put this post on Twitter, but what do you want to do about it? You have said some truly horrific things that this person did to you. What do you want to do about it? And most of the time, it's just, I just want to put a post on Twitter. If he's done these horrible things, this person has done these horrible things, why are you letting him stay out in society to do it to other people? You know? That's why I didn't get. No, I just want to put it on Twitter. I'm not going to take no actions beyond that. Okay. So you're going to let him do it to other people? Well, I made people aware. Yeah, if they believe you. And you have to understand, not everybody is going to believe you, regardless of gender. All right? Just the way it is. I mean, you have to be honest with yourself. If you're going to make a statement and you put it out there in the public ether, the next step is, what are you going to do from there? How are you going to make sure this doesn't happen to another person? And usually at that particular point, a lawyer gets involved, or law enforcement, depending on how bad it is. And if you're not willing to go down that route, well, just be prepared for people to go, why should I believe you? And I'm thinking about doing a video later on, a couple months from now, probably, about a situation just like that, where someone was accused of some pretty heinous things, and the person that went to a lawyer and went to court was him. He wasn't afraid of the truth, but the people who said these malicious things about him fought it, and people start questioning, why are you fighting? Wouldn't it be better for it to come out if he did these things, these horrible things? Wouldn't it be a better thing for all of it to come out instead of just allow him to keep doing it to other people? That's a legitimate thing. No, it's a good. I mean, if I want to kick cats, I'm gonna have to get more raw fish, which I don't feel like doing. Oh, I can sleep. I should just look at the villagers and see if they're awake. Is all that is iron golems dying too loud? If it is, I'll turn it down. Or I got the volume at 40%. I mean, as long as you can hear my beautiful voice, what does it matter? Right? And that's why I said the Me Too movement, good idea, badly executed. Yeah, if people sexually assault someone, regardless of gender, because believe it or not, men can be sexually assaulted. I know that for some people, it's blasphemous to say that, but it's true. And it just seems like for a while there, every major actor did something horrible to a woman. Now, if a male actor comes out and says something, oh, we don't believe you. I mean, come on. Come on. Let's be real. There's literally people in this world that think women can't sexually assault someone. Women have sexually assaulted men. Women have sexually assaulted other women. Just you can look it up on Google. Okay, it's rare, yes, but it has happened. Oh. Uh-huh. You got one left. Okay. Oh, actually, no, I got those left. I guess I could put them in the backpack. And to act like it doesn't happen will allow it to keep happening. I mean, look at that girl from Smallville that got involved with that cult. Well, technically, she sexually assaulted women. I mean, was it Allison something? Allison Mack, I think that's her name. What's her name? I mean, it happens. And to say it doesn't, it helps facilitate it happening over and over. It just... People like to not believe that a gender... yeah, let's put the accent. Can be just as horrible as another gender. Actually, I don't. Alright. It's got 25% chance of rain tomorrow. Does it go faster? No. Alright. And we have a great ability to deceive ourselves. That we can't believe that this ugly thing, these actions can happen because of the person's gender, skin color, whatever. Yeah, it's like the immigration riots, or people talking about immigration. All people who came here illegally, horrible human beings? No. But they did break the law. Okay. And for people to say that we shouldn't enforce these laws is to be naive. The reason why I'm saying that, every country in the world has laws about immigration. Oh, we got a lot of hokey pokey going on over there. That reminds me, I need to go to base. Alright. You can still kind of see. No, you can't. Yeah, you can. It's right there. And we say a lot of things to make ourselves feel better. It's one of those things that we're very, very guilty of. Let's, if we're honest with ourselves, it's something we're very guilty of. Yeah, they're not all finished growing, but no, let's do a harvest anyway. And we like to say we're right because we're righteous. No, no. I've said this many times when I was talking about the Cinder situation, Nux Taku, and all that. The truth is the truth. Okay. It's backed up by facts and not by emotions. The truth doesn't care if your feelings get hurt, because it's just the truth. The perfect example of that would be the Johnny Depp situation, where he was falsely accused and it was found out later that the person that accused him, Amber Heard, was just as horrible, if not worse, than he was. And she did those things with malicious intent to destroy his life, which she, kind of did. I mean, when's the last time you heard him star in a role? I mean, he lost some high-profile jobs because of basically her lies, and he's not the only person that's been like that. The thing I was going to eventually talk about is the Vic Mignogna case, where he was accused of, I'm going to be honest, some negligible things. Some things that just, plain dumb. I'm just being real with you. They were just dumb. His accusation. He pulled my hair in a lobby of a corporation that have cameras, so he sexually assaulted me. What? What? Really? You're accusing him of him doing something that your little brother did to you when you were growing up. Don't make sense, I don't call that sexual assault. I call that you just want to bitch about something and get your name in a paper. That's what I call it, to be honest with you. And him kissing somebody. Now they claim it was unwarranted, that he tried to push her on the bed, ruffled up her clothes, all this stuff. Okay, but there's a witness to say, no, she looked fine. And it was her witness. How well did that work out for you? But because, I love the state of Texas. If I had a choice in the place I would like to live, would be Texas. The people are very friendly. But the court system is all shades of fucked up. I'm being honest with you. It's all shades of fucked up. When you can't face your accusers in a court of law who makes accusations against you, and you want to defend your name in court, you can't do that because they have an anti-slap law. I understand the principles, but when you're denying the right of someone to defend themselves from some pretty heinous accusations, that's not justice. That's not a frivolous lawsuit. That's what the anti-slap is supposed to be for. So you can't, use the case, so you can't sue McDonald's because you got burnt by a cup of coffee. That's where it came from. I mean, fine, but do not take away the right for someone to defend themselves from people who are accusing them of doing some heinous shit. Okay. That's not justice. That's enabling someone to do something horrible. which is just making a comment, which has happened on this site too. Someone say, hey, he's a pedophile, and if no, people go after him, get him, cancel him off this platform, just because someone said somebody's a pedophile. Let's go to sleep. They don't want to ask for trouble. Then I'm going to have to take a little break before I make a mess in my seat. So as soon as I get to this bed and go to sleep and get into the safety of my kitty cats, I'm going to take a break, and I'll be right back. Pause the game. Gotta put my slippers on. I gotta take my pills. I forgot. Got one I take every night. Granted, I didn't have what you call an actual dinner. I grazed all day, so no, put me to sleep. Here's the right one. No, I don't want to stand up. This is it. That means I have to get my glasses on and be able to read shit if I want to. Where's that? There it is. And the best part is sticking the needle in my stomach. It's always the best part of this whole process. If I could go back in time with the knowledge I currently have, I would be so much healthier. But I can't. So why even think about it? my Zen on. That's Zen trail. I got my saddle with insects. That incest sticks. That incest. Get your mind. Yeah, I know the ribbon. Me get my Zen on. What the hell was that? Freeze enough. Get my Zen on. Getting help the room smell. Not that I stink like it. Clears the mind for me. And I had a roommate here that was a bit of. And this became a habit for me. So I didn't have to smell his stink. So, let me get back to it. All right. Let's make sure I'm safe. Okay. We just got sheets and chickens here. Have those? I don't think we have pigs. Nope, just sheep, chicken, and cows. How come we don't hear the... Alright. Need to get... Nope, I don't want to do that. Oh yeah, I haven't made them. We can have this together. I think that one. Why didn't I hear when I picked it up? Maybe I got the sound. Whoops. Wrong button. Nope. Okay. You got egg on your face. Well, increase the population. I don't need to make any more sheep. I think I need to make more cows. I'm pretty sure I got plenty of sheep. Yeah, we're getting pretty stocked on cows too. I just usually walk through here and just wave it back and forth. There you go. And you'll know I don't have any more hay left. That kind of tells me when I've done enough. Alright, everybody happy? Everybody fed? Well, we're getting there. Alright. That means that... Okay, some of you can eat. I don't feel like putting this back up. There you go. Alright. That took care of that. We got our three amigos right here. Once again, we need names for them. And If you want to name them, leave a comment. And maybe I'll put them something nice, not something that's going to get me in trouble with YouTube. Oh, your tails are down. Alright. Let's see. That can come out, that can come out. That can come out. That can come out. That can come out a lot. Alright. I said I wanted a lot of coal. I think I achieved that. Go grab some carrots and potatoes and go feed our villagers. Our baby makers. Let's see how many babies we have over there. Actually, our beetroot, carrots, and potatoes. Villagers will eat beetroot. So, about the only ones in this game that will eat beetroot. Alright, let's go to the temple. Because we gotta work on our armor now. We need to get protection on all this, mending, unbreaking, all that stuff. Oh. Alright. Yeah, make it rain beetroot. Hey, you want some carrots? How about you? You want some carrots? You want some carrots? How about you? You want some carrots? Oops. Picked the wrong thing. You want some potatoes? I got taters. You want some taters? There you are. Alright, knock yourselves out. Alright. I have to go get salmon too. Oh, he's over there. Maybe I should put one bed down. Yeah, 2 more beds. Let's see. I can't put these down. Can't put them close to where. Much. Stop that. You don't have to break that. Stupid block again. Before you take it, no. Pass. Stay away from the door. It's aggravating. All I want to do is put down more beds. There you are. Hey! Trying to be nice to y'all, and you just want to keep giving me a hard time. Probably do need to go into another here. Put you in there. Probably should have thought about that. I mean, I could move them up there if I wanted to. I don't really particularly want to. I don't think I can anymore. Yeah, it's not connected to anything. I mean, I can just clear the rest of this out. Why do I care about what your house looks like? Alright, since we gotta wait on them, what can we do? We can go outside for a bit. We can go mining. That should be fun. Aren't you interested? Alright. Well, it looks like there's a cave right over here. That's the one I want. Yeah, you can go. Okay. It's options. Is that? Any voice, ambient, maybe player. I thought player was like more like voice chat or something like that. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. It was a player. So you can see. Oh, there's iron up there. Put a torch up there, just to be safe. But no. Me rambling on about, I'm not doing back in my day, that type of situation. It's more about point of views, okay? As you get older, you realize that your point of view is not necessarily always the right one. Because, people have different life experiences. It's not me being the age I am does not make me wise. Because there's some really stupid old people, okay? We saw one get pushed around by a horse. If he's truly an old man, like the claim is, because it is California. Like I said, he could be in his 20s. He just has that skin because he had to deal with the California sun. I'm just saying. You don't know if it's an old man. You may want him to be an old man because that makes your narrative better. But you do something blatantly stupid, like acting aggressive to a police officer, and not expecting him not to respond, regardless of your age. Because you can't tell me, in the history of the world, someone above the age of 50 hasn't killed somebody. Once again, Google it. There is no age limit on breaking the law. And that's a simple fact. Young people do not have the exclusivity on being stupid. You'll find that in all age groups. And there's harmless. Not being aware of a situation, you're walking into it, and because you're not aware of the situation, you react that in a way that some people may find offensive. What is that there? Okay, you come down here. Oh, there you go away. There you go away. Alright. Whee! You know, that's just the way it is. Hello, my secret viewer, whoever you may be. Hopefully you're doing well tonight. Want to go that path? So, what's up there? Okay. See, you know, because I saw the coal. Alright. What's that mean? And just because someone's in their 50s or older doesn't mean that they should receive any kind of special treatment as compared to anybody else. I mean, unless there's extenuating circumstances, I mean, illness, that sort of thing. It's like I don't particularly like the fact that people look at me differently because, oh, you're on disability because of your sickness. Like, yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm like not capable of dealing with stuff. Because they always have as soon as you tell people that you're on disability and you give your reason, they're like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Why? Did you do it to me? Because if you did, you need to give me more money. And I don't mean to sound, what's the best word? A grump. I guess that'd be the best way to put it. It's more along the lines, one, you don't know me. We don't know what I deal with on a daily basis. Okay. Just like I don't know what you deal with on a daily basis. I don't. There's a creator I watch who I respect a lot. He's a gay man. I would have no idea about his struggles as being a gay person. Okay. Okay. I mean, he can explain it to me, but I wouldn't know his life experience because I didn't experience it. And it's something as simple as that. Oh, I mean, I don't think he would like it if I look at him with pity. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that you're gay. I mean, one, that's freaking insulting. Let's be honest, that was insulting. I'm sorry that you're gay. You don't say that to people who are gay. I'm sorry that you're trans. Why? You know, it always comes back to the why. Why are you sorry? I'm not. If you're gay, you're gay, you know? If you're sorry, that means it's your problem. That's typically what it is, oh, you just made me feel uncomfortable, so I'm going to apologize for it. Don't say you're sorry. Don't say that. Oh, hopefully you get better. Now, I could tolerate that one a little bit more. It used to bother me. Hopefully you get better. Oh, me too. I hate to get worse. Okay. That's a big hole. That's a very big hole. That's a big hole, George. Yes, George, that's a big hole. But I don't know who George is. Like I said, I think I'm funny, so I make comments to make me laugh. I don't know. If you laugh, hey, you're intelligent. I like you. If you don't laugh, well, one day you will have the brain capacity. Which is that of a hermit crab. But it's not. There's nothing wrong. Okay, and I know I'm making it slightly a big deal about this because it gets old after. Oh, I hope you get better. Oh, me too. Hopefully, I don't die tomorrow. I mean, I'm just like everybody else. I want to keep on breathing. I mean, I don't think anybody wakes up in the morning and they'll go, I feel like dying today. I mean, I don't think anybody does that. If they do, well, they need help. You know, it's just a simple fact they need help. I'm not being me. I'm not trying to be me. Hey, if you wake up in the morning and you go, "Hey, it's a good day to die," you really need some help. Go in the hole. There you are. I just want this iron. I'm gonna go this way. There's more iron over here. Oh, hell. Okay, I got my sword now. Hey, that's good. Oh, sorry. That's right. I didn't. Do that later. Yeah, I don't know why I'm getting orders. I know I got a lot of orders back up these. It's something to do why the villagers grow up. It's like iron at this particular junction is kind of pointless. That's kind of the reason why I'm getting copper now. It's a lot easier to mine it now. And maybe I'll come up with an idea to how to use it that I haven't done before or anybody else, but I seriously can't. But just I mean, life is like Minecraft. Everybody plays it different. Hey, how about that for philosophical? And talented. Comparing my life to a fucking video. It's a joke. If you think your life is like a video game, well, most of us need to get a refund from the publisher. Iron. Ooh, there's a lot of soul here. Hey, why? Don't ask me why I'm doing this. The one thing I like about Minecraft, I can sit here and do mundane things, kind of glance over at chat, and still have a conversation with someone, or just ramble on about whatever I want to ramble on. I didn't come in here with a set list of things I want to talk about other than Saba. That made me happy. And I don't need to do every time I bring up VTubing, I don't want to always be about drama. I pretty much said everything I wanted to say about the Cinder situation. I don't really think I can add any more to the conversation. Unless she comes out and makes a statement and just see what the statement is and how people react to it. I mean, that's the only thing I can do. I did join her Discord. Because, not that I want to see I want to know when she comes back. That's basically what it boils down to. I want to know when she comes back. Because I want to see how she handles it. Is she gonna... I'm not gonna argue with you. Yeah, I hear you. I think I'm being slightly stupid because I don't have that on. Okay. Well, I have that on, but I needed to turn it off in order to put torches down so I could find my way out of here. Okay. And I didn't do that. And I just, right now, it's like I keep going deeper and deeper into this cave. Oh, it looks like there's a way out of here. Let's see. Oh, no, it's just a sea lantern. Oh, yeah, there's a way out over here. Yeah. Oh, that's why I mined something out. Where are you? Come here. Come here. There you are. I hate bats in Minecraft. Let's go back to the temple and see where we are. And maybe start, converting, getting the villagers through their little process of becoming actually useful. I know people don't like the fact I'm using easy villager. I'm expecting eventually seeing a comment about it. I'll be like, go watch the first stream, I'll explain it to you. Or watch my Minecraft series, I'll explain it to you. And read the title. It tells you everything. At the first stream. I'm cheating. Why go out of my way to make life harder on myself? If I can make it easier, I'm going to do that. I mean, come up. I want to check that out. Is the opening on the other side? Because since I got that copper, if I can get some amethyst stars, amethyst, the shards out here. Oh, I bet you. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. We have some. Whoops, you didn't do that. We can go back in. Yes, no. I can make a telescope and get that achievement when I go to the end. I mean, I think they expected the telescope to take be accepted as as a people think it will be as useful as Optifine. I think Mojang it's kind of full of so. I mean, this game, Minecraft is fun. I mean, it does have some really, what I would say, inconvenient game functions. The inventory thing, yeah. What is wrong with you actually having a decent sized inventory? They thought bundles would help. It's like, bundles don't really help, dude. I mean, look at backpacks. I can explore longer. Add basically extensions to it to make it more convenient to me, or I can add a patch in there to make for crafting tables and stuff like that. That's what. Yeah. Okay, I don't need that. Maybe that's why it caused my mouse to stutter. I mean, and it's something that you can craft yourself. I mean, eventually I'm going to get to where I can I can do the smithing and use my backpack to do that. But it's not something, no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go in there. You go in there. You go in there. You can go in there. You can go there. Do I have my backpack? What's this backpack? Do I have my backpack? I'm thinking of the other game. I'm pretty sure. Yep. See which. Okay, this is now music backpack. You go here. And that one I don't feel you need to name it. Okay. Do I have what? Put that there. There. You got there. Okay. Yeah. Sorry for disturbing your sleep. Gotcha. You can get very far. What the hell did I just... Yeah. Okay. We've been going on for 2 hours. And we're now following the conversion. I bet I can start buying some books. Definitely going we're kind of good right now. Better. Anyway. You keep cooking there. There. Go back to the base. I should do the rest of the Smiths and get that. I'll take care. instead of using out the leather. That way I can clear out the mine with the iron and all that out of there. And start thinking about storage. So we're going to pause this one. Get back to this. Sweet. We can do that right now. Back. Let's do this. We'll do that. And whatever. I'm not gonna... Oh, no. I put the wrong ones in. Alright. We want that one. Add the cheese a little bit. Ugh. Sorry for going quiet. I had to think things through exactly what I was doing. Granted, I think I talked enough about nothing. For, for to warrant a little bit of a silence break. I mean, the stuff I find interesting may not be what you find. Yeah, that's okay. You know, I do tune into some streams where you know what they're talking about, and I have no interest in it. It's no nothing against the content. Just don't the subject don't particularly interest me. That's all. I don't want to take that. Yeah, I should get super smelter. Not fun. Not sure if I do. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah. What's in here? Since I'm here. There we go. We're good now. I think this will be the previous spot. Okay. Very nice, smart. Yep, I can't. Here. That's right. Good. And we'll put that there and that there. Hey! Yeah. Right now, toss this little bit forward here. And then with this side. Okay, we got another one. And we need more emeralds. Okay. Here, man. Here. Oh, well, that's been one more really good. In fact, we can do this with the axes. Yes, we go. So this just became pointless. It that yeah. You kind of put it in there, you know. So let's just fall in there. Yeah, I haven't done very much cheating other than early on when I placed the class. I typically don't, to be honest with you. You know, I'm competent in this game, really, to not play with keep the inventory on and all that stuff. But like I explained, guys, to prevent from me doing maximum cheating. I don't know if I did. Whoa! Look at all those. That's a lot of kids. You guys don't fool around. Well, you do fool around, but you know. But you know what? This is a lot. This is a lot. Yeah. You got to keep the chest fed. On one down villager in my hall. Yeah, they probably have food on them. I know there's maybe a mod. I think there's a mod where you can see the inventory, where you can even give them armor and all that stuff. I just never had an interest in it personally because who likes the villagers? But it needs to happen. We got one left here. I don't know why the flowers always seem to take the first spot. This one's different. I mean, to really make this efficient, you need to have a sorter here. Like you have like the iron golems up here, a sorter here where the iron and flowers are separate, drops down, where the iron keeps on going, and like the flowers go into a composter. And it goes through here, and you have this kind of system where it drops down to each individual villager, and it does the trade for you. That kind of thing. They have to do this here. Power. That's one way to get rid of the villagers. Put them through the smelter. Yeah. Here we go. Here. Good so far. Now we have these job pots. So okay. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. Tomorrow being Monday and all, I'm gonna stream again. I stream typically Sunday through Thursday. My schedule is kind of flexible. I'm thinking of maybe trying to set the schedule where I stream either in the mornings or in the afternoons, depending on, well, the person watching the things, or other people watch my VODs. If it'd be easier for you to catch the VOD or the live stream, if I do it like in the afternoons, like say, start streaming around 2 o'clock my time, which would be Eastern, and go from there. Okay. Get some lava. But if that means that more people could come to my streams if I start doing that like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or do a morning stream, I'd be more than willing to do that. Also, I have a tendency to get up around like 3 o'clock in the morning. I can do streams during that time. But I typically, during that time, would play my non-stream world, which I'm kind of taking a break from right now, till, well, I need a break from it, because it irritates me, the fact that the footage got corrupted. And I still have to check out the other footage, and that got corrupted. We may just jump from that. Well, no, I'm not going to jump that. I'm just going to have to deal with the corruption until I get to a point where it's not. It's just kind of the way it has to be. I know it's not going to help me garner new viewers, but no, eventually I get to the point where, hey, it's not corrupted anymore and everything's nice and smooth and all that stuff. I mean, I'm kind of looking at my stream here, and it seems smooth on stream. You all can tell me if it's smooth for you and all that. That would be helpful. If it isn't, just definitely let me know. So I would have to decide what I do, but the live stream seems like it's smooth. You know, I mean, my gameplay is smooth. So, but I know my gameplay when I was doing recording my series looks smooth, and all of a sudden when I go to it sounded like an old Japanese Godzilla movie with my English breaking, and it's stuttering. And I had the footage that I put up, the original time on that was about an hour and 45 minutes. So I had to cut out about 45 minutes of corrupted footage and all that. But that's aggravating. Anyway, well, thanks for listening once again. If you enjoyed this series or you enjoyed the streams, well, please come to them. If you like the VODs and you want to catch me streaming this live, kind of let me know what the best time for you is. As long as it doesn't interfere with me being to watch Saba, I'm all for it. We all have our priorities. But I want to be able to garner an audience here to interact with y'all. And if you have questions, give me a chance to ask me questions while I'm streaming. Have some fun. And I'm always interested in talking to people. Just not face to face. Well, you all have a good night. And I'll see you tomorrow. Because we're probably going to still stream Minecraft, but I'm not 100% sure. Right. I may... what game do I... All the games I have are kind of intense. I may play Mass Effect. Unless I can get the controller to work for Dragon. If I get the controller to work for Dragon, I'll play Dragon. Because I really want to play Dragon Age 2. I don't want to be known as the commentary Minecraft champ. Okay, I want to be able to have diverse games. You know, that I play. That was the original intention. I got 3 freaking cats here. One over there. 2 over there on the beds. Huh. I bet there was a lot more kids over there. Anyway. I'll see you tomorrow. And just, follow me on Twitter, X. No one's ever going to call me. And you'll get the time that I'm going to stream tomorrow. All right. See you then.